Welcome back to the
Pop culture
Master
race.
Podcast. Let's not keep doing that.
Are we gonna keep doing the whole intro?
Welcome back
the
to
whole podcast.
No, let's not.
Just do the intro over and over.
Over and over again.
Word for word.
Welcome back to the PCMR podcast, where we talk about movies, TV shows, comic books, video games, and other such shit that doesn't matter. I am always your host, Aiden Mungai, and of course joined by my illustrious co-host, Brett Page.
Yes, I am sometimes Brett Page,
Sometimes
as opposed
Brett
to always
Page.
being.
Yeah, sometimes.
When the
we've
movie
got
hits.
some news for you today.
Yeah, it's January, so it's pretty dry. And like, there's
It's
not
a
many
little dry at
new
the
movies
moment.
out, so it's not review time.
By the time this comes out, I think maybe we might get a Wolverine trailer. Maybe
Well, we got
Ghost in the Shell.
at least one big-ish piece of news.
We've got some things.
Yeah, we got a couple of trailers.
A little bit of news. So why don't we jump into it? Brett, what have you been up to? I mean, you moved back to Wagga.
Yeah,
How's
moved
that
back to
going?
Wagga. Yeah, well, I'm looking for a job. If anyone in Wagga wants to hire me, hey, I'm looking for work.
We can no longer claim to be a Melbourne-based podcast.
No, we're a Wagga-based podcast. Hey, at least we're probably the only one.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Oh no, there's Laugh Power 4000. That's Dane's podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he does one here. I think that's it. One of the two.
Yeah.
As far as I know.
We're the second best podcast in Wagga.
We can't even be the worst. It technically makes us the worst podcast in Wagga.
No. We're the second best.
Okay, yeah. We're the second best podcast in all of Wagga.
Yeah, totally. Why not? That's the
Possibly
thing.
the best in all of Glenfield?
Yeah, we're the best podcast in Glenfield.
Unless there's someone else who does a podcast.
we're,
here.
we're kind of narrowing down my address quite a bit here.
Wow, you're going to live here for like another couple of weeks?
I'll see, wait till I get a job, then we'll see.
Yeah, let's find out.
Yeah,
All right.
We're going to be living together soon. That's a thing.
Yeah. Hooray.
Aimed at your mouth, bitch.
Let's talk about some news.
Yeah, let's.
Okay, let's get into some DC news. That's hopefully good DC news.
Good DC news.
Now,
If that's a
Brett,
thing.
do you remember my pitch for a Green Lantern movie?
No.
All right, so basically my pitch for what I thought would be a good Green Lantern movie would be Men in Black in space.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically you have Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart teaming up. They're basically space cops anyway. That's what the Green Lantern call
Yeah,
it.
they're basically space cops.
Going around solving space crimes.
Yeah.
Now,
Space
it's
cop stuff.
turned out that the pitch going towards the Green Lantern at the moment that DC and Warner Brothers are aggressively trying to
Ooh.
advance on is
Aggressively.
Lethal Weapon in space, which is basically the same
Yeah,
thing.
basically the same thing. Yeah.
And they've got David S. Goyer to be the lead writer on it, along with Justin something. I didn't quite catch the guy's name. I didn't know who he is, but I remember David S. Goyer. Now, what do you feel about a David S. Goyer?
What else has he done recently?
Recently, I
was-
think did he do Batman v Superman? Was that him? I know he did Man of Steel. See, he's kind of hit and miss in my book. Because,
Yeah.
like, he's done stuff like Blade and the Dark Knight trilogy.
See.
So he's done some good stuff, but then he's also done stuff like Man of Steel and made comments like, "Oh,
Man of-
She-Hulk was just created for like something for Hulk to fuck," which is like, what the fuck's wrong with you, dude?
No,
and
she's
he's
a
also
lot more
said like
than-
disparaging things about Martian Manhunter. So like, he's a guy who like, he can do good things, but I feel like if he wouldn't be my first pick for a Green Lantern film, I'd want someone with maybe some fresher eyes who we can get a fresher take. Not someone who's kind of so very kind of like trapped into the contrivances of comic book movies. Like,
I'm kind of just like, do we need another Green Lantern yet? Can't we just let the?
I'm okay with getting another Green Lantern movie because like this isn't going to come out until like 2019, so we're still 2 years away.
Yeah, true.
And-
It's just the last one hurt us all so
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, I want a good Green Lantern adaptation because I have a friend of the show, Nick Grayson, who is a massive Green Lantern fan.
Yeah?
And I want a good Green Lantern film for him.
For
He
him.
deserves a good Green Lantern film.
This is for you, Nick.
Exactly.
we
So
hope it's good.
I'm liking the pitch. I'm liking that Jon Stewart's going to be in there.
Look, Green Lantern can be a fun character.
He's a fun character. It's a fun lore. There's a lot of interesting things you can do with the Green Lantern lore. I would have picked someone not David S. Goyer, because I feel like he's too trapped into the contrivances of what comic book films are.
Oh,
Beepity
message.
beep, yeah, do. He's still trapped into the contrivances of what comic book movies have become. So I want someone who has like a fresher take, someone who can do something a little different. But maybe because he's so used to working with Warner Brothers, they'll give him a bit more leeway. So maybe he can do something a bit more interesting. And the other writer they've got on, maybe he can bring some fresh ideas that David S. Goyer can take in. But I don't know. He wouldn't be my first pick. I'm kind of sick of him always writing these kind of comic book movies. I want someone else, is what I'm saying. But, maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be interesting. Time will tell.
Surely it'll be better than Last Green Lantern, though. Surely. It can't be worse than that.
Maybe. Who knows?
I fell asleep halfway through that, and you're like... and I woke up during the credits, and I was like, you know what? I probably had a better time sleeping than watching the second half of that movie.
I mean, think of it this way. Ryan Reynolds was writing Deadpool while he was starring in Green Lantern. So we got some good stuff out of that.
Popping some knowledge that we just read.
Taika Waititi, he starred in that, and now he's directing Thor.
Taika Waititi was it?
Yeah, he was Ryan Reynolds' best ethnic friend.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it was his ethnic friend. I wasn't sure if can't remember if he was playing New Zealandish or if he was American generic beige, but yeah.
Just ethnically ambiguous.
And
I think term.
Greg Berlanti was one of the writers, and now he's doing all that Arrowverse stuff. So good stuff did come out of it. Not the film.
No, not the film.
But the people have gone on to do better things.
Yeah, it was a stepping stone for all of them.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
One big green glowing light stepping stone.
Yeah. More like a big green piece of shit on the bottom of their shoes.
True. All right, let's move on. Speaking of shit on the bottom of shoes, Nintendo Switch. No, that's unfair.
That's a bit unfair.
I apologize.
We haven't seen enough.
You
of it
didn't
yet.
give me a good segue there. I had to work with what I had.
Or we don't need segues. We can just say, let's move on to the next story.
You shut your mouth. We always need segues. Segues are the vehicles of the future. Damn it.
The vehicles of this podcast.
The Nintendo Switch was officially announced.
Yeah.
It had a big old press conference that was live. It wasn't just Nintendo kind of debuting a bunch of trailers and an event.
Let's just say this: we didn't fucking watch it all.
I didn't watch it all. No, not at all. But we've got some information, some interesting information. It's going to be released on the 3rd of March worldwide.
We already knew it was going to be around there because they told us March. But now we have a confirmed date.
And it's going for the recommended retail price of
that's
$470.
That's you using your words.
Yeah.
400, and that's Australian dollars.
That's Australian, so
pretty
international listeners,
cheap.
You can find out what the rest of the world is paying for it. But yeah that's okay.
Pretty.
That's less than what.
That is much less than a new PlayStation console when they first come out.
When they first came out, yeah. I mean, they're a bit cheaper now, but I think that by Christmas that'll be down to $350.
Yeah,
I reckon.
See, I'm not gonna rush out and buy one straight away. I'm thinking of buying one just because it looks new and unique. And they finally got some third party developers on board.
I'm gonna wait to see what games come out for it, but I'm liking the idea behind it, and I want to have a Nintendo. I want to have a Nintendo. I want to like them.
I'm liking the look of this Mario Odyssey game. Because
they are doing some new and interesting things.
Mario Odyssey looks really new and interesting. Also looks like it's taken a lot of notes from Mario 64.
How kind of weird is it, though, to see Mario running around in a realistically... for Nintendo, realistically rendered kind of environment. It's kind of like when Sonic was running around in an anime environment. And it's just this is very weird. I don't like it. I don't understand it. What's going on?
See, at the same time, though, it's very Mario 64 reminiscent, this game, by the looks of it. And I've always been saying, because Mario 64 was one of the first video games I ever played.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a pretty revolutionary game for its time, because it was the first ever 3D platformer.
It's probably some Nintendo thing, the first one I ever played. Maybe even Pokemon, maybe?
Well, yeah, but no, it was the first game I ever played. And it was the first ever 3D platformer, so it was really big. It was innovative for its time, and it was really fun. And it stands up today. I still like going back and playing it sometimes.
You still get some people doing speedruns on YouTube. There were people who've found all the little glitches that make them jump higher so they can do it in 45 minutes.
I've seen one that gets through it in 45 seconds.
45? How the fuck do you get through a game in 45 seconds?
Because he just glitches through all the final doors.
Jesus. That's crazy.
But yeah, no, this Mario Odyssey game, it looks like what I've wanted out of Mario since Mario 64, because they've done nothing but let me down since then. Like, they released Mario Galaxy.
I'm glad that it's not like another 2D platformer thing, because we don't need another 2D platformer.
Yeah. Like, Mario Galaxy was kind of a step in the right direction, but the controls were too weird and clunky. And it tried to introduce a thing with, like, oh, you got the Wii remote, let's try and, you know...
I'm glad they're kind of moving away from the Wii remote stuff. I mean, I feel like they still have it with, like, a...
Too many people have broken their TV screens.
Yeah, but it looks like... Because you're going to have, like, the Pro Controller thing as well. So it looks like they're moving away from that. So that could be a good... Yeah, it just depends what kind of games they've got out for it. Like, they've announced Mario Odyssey.
Yeah. They basically announced a bunch of Nintendo
Legend of Zelda.
games for it. But, like, because I hope even all the games we saw in the original trailer are part of
I'm very...
Your phone keeps going on.
I'm going to put that on silent. I don't...
The girlfriend? No, she's at work. Don't say no, she's at work.
Yeah, she's at work. Yeah, it just depends what the third-party developers are. I'm very skeptical that we're going to get Skyrim on it, because I think I heard somewhere like Bethesda saying...
advertising!
Yeah, so I'd be very cautious about what third-party developers want to produce
Bethesda
for
are on board, so maybe Fallout? It's more recent. Maybe...
I've just been playing it. I don't want to buy it again.
I don't know. What Bethesda have that... What the fuck did Bethesda have happening soon?
Prey?
Is that them?
I think
I
so.
thought that was the same people who make Dishonored, or is that Bethesda?
That was Bethesda, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because Arcane Studios, which is a branch of Bethesda. There we go. I got there.
Like,
I got there.
They're the distributor, and then there's like a smaller studio. So like,
yeah, because it's Bethesda, then it's like Arcane Studios who've made Dishonored and making Prey.
There's
Like
the in-house Bethesda stuff, which is like Skyrim and Fallout, but then you have like
Doom.
Doom. Man, we need to get Doom.
Yeah.
Okay.
A microphone.
No, I don't want people to hear this. I don't want people to hear this podcast. This is a terrible podcast.
No, we're too harsh on ourselves. It is
That's
a
true.
fine podcast.
I guess so.
It's fine.
So any final thoughts on this Nintendo news?
Yeah, no, it looks a pretty good price.
Mm.
Like, cheaper than other consoles when they first come out. I might buy one. I might wait till it's like on sale or something. I'm not going to get it straight on launch. I'm going to wait and see a game.
What did you think of that new Legend of Zelda trailer?
Look, it's better than the other trailers, because all the other trailers, the world just looks so empty.
It does look like things are actually in.
Yeah.
Because before it was just him walking around, and that's fine. I don't mind a big open game where you can walk around, but there has to be towns
Something.
and things to visit where people are, so that it feels like a lived-in world.
Yeah,
I like a lived-in world.
Yeah, until this trailer, it didn't feel like there was anything other than big open fields and some animals walking around.
Like, that's what's good about, like, Grand Theft Auto and Fallout and Skyrim, is that they feel like lived-in worlds. Like, you walk around, it's like, oh yeah, people live here, there's things going on. But like that, it's just like, it's a big old field. Is there anything in it? Like...
Yeah, what are we doing in this game?
So, I don't know.
No, it revealed a little bit more about the game, that there's an actual world there. It's not just walking around the whole game.
All right, let's move on to some anime news. I guess not really. It's so David Herman. You know David Herman, Brett.
Yeah,
he's
the
your friend.
producer.
He's your
Yeah,
close personal friend.
We're a buddy. We go for drinks together every Tuesday.
Yeah. The Fantastic Beasts producer is developing an Attack on Titan film. Now, Brett, did you ever see that Japanese adaptation of Attack on Titan?
I don't think many people did.
No, I don't think many people did either. I remember seeing the trailers.
But then it just kind of snuck out.
I remember the car advert tie-in.
Oh,
remember that? Yeah.
And the movie just kind of snuck out. We didn't really hear much about it when it was coming out.
No.
There's a trailer that everyone watched, then no one heard anything.
I heard reviews weren't very great for it.
Yeah, no, I haven't bothered.
So maybe this one, maybe let Hollywood try. Maybe Hollywood could get it right this time.
I just want a season 2, to be honest.
That's true. That's all I really want.
Like, yeah, make movies, whatever. I don't care. Just give me a season 2.
If it's good, I'll see it. Which is pretty much how I'm feeling about Ghost in the Shell at the moment. It's like, if I hear it's good, I'll go see it.
It looks good. I don't know. I'm probably going to see Ghost in
Lots
the
of
Shell.
films have good trailers. I enjoy trailers, but I don't trust them anymore.
I don't know. It looks like a big, fun, weird sci-fi-ish adventure, and I love big, fun, weird sci-fi-ish adventures.
one can hope. Now let's do the one little bit of Marvel-ish news.
Marvel-ish.
We're very light on the Marvel. Usually we're very kind of riding Marvel's dick a lot, but this is some light Marvel.
There's not much. Other than the fact that that's the one we didn't really include, we can mention that Nebula's officially in Infinity Wars.
Oh, shocking news. Everyone in the Marvel Universe is in this Marvel Universe film. What a surprise.
That's why I didn't really include it, because, we kind of know by this point that they're all in it. You don't need
Everyone's
to keep telling us, this person's confirmed.
Everyone except the TV people, because we can't have what we actually want, which is Daredevil hanging around with Rocket Raccoon.
I'm actually currently rewatching Daredevil, because I finally convinced my sister to watch it, so we're watching Daredevil together.
Nice. Where are you up to? Season 1? Season 2?
Halfway through season 1.
Yeah.
So I'm bringing her through all the Daredevil stuff.
Nice.
All Netflix Marvel stuff in general, to be honest.
Man, Iron Fist, 2 months from now. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Crazy faces.
In case you all didn't say, I just licked the air.
Because, you could see through audio, right?
Yeah. Let me do it right next to my...
Oh, no, please. I apologize profusely. No, we've got some Fox Marvel news. Now, Brett, you remember hearing about Legion.
Yeah, there's a trailer. The guy with the crazy and things are moving with his mind.
Yeah.
Aubrey Plaza was there.
Yeah. So... there's been speculation kind of back and forth, like, is this part of the X-Men movie universe? Is it not? Is there an X-Men movie continuity to begin with? So, not really.
No.
So they've kind of just said, no, it's not part of the X-Men kind of continuity.
Yeah, kind of just its own thing with the
which
X-Men
isn't
brand.
saying much, because all of those movies aren't a part of the X-Men continuity.
Yeah, no. I think it's kind of like a thing like how Warner Brothers, they have both the movie universe and their TV universe, which is two separate things completely.
That's fine, I guess.
So it's fine to be separate. But we also have the news, which is pretty exciting for anyone who liked this comic book arc. They're going to have the Sentinels in it.
That could be interesting. I like me some big old robots.
Yeah,
I'm wondering if they're going to use the same design from the movies, or if they're going to go with like a more kind of comic book accurate design for the TV show. What do you think they're going to go for?
I think that I hope they kind of change it up. I don't want it to be the same as the comic books. I don't want it to be the same as the cartoon, and I don't want it to be the same as Days of Future Past.
I'd like something somewhere in between, so that you can kind of make an argument for it being connected but not connected at the same time. Like, because that was like from the 70s, so you could do like an evolved version of that isn't quite at the pixely weird version we get in the quotation marks future, but you could do something that's like a little interesting.
Yeah.
What was there some purple in there? They got to be purple.
They have to be purple, do they?
Have to be purple. That's part of their charm. Otherwise, it's just Iron Man. You look at the design, it's like, it's a purple Iron Man, but real big. Sentinels.
I love big purple Iron Mans. Who doesn't? That's my favorite thing. Big purple Iron Mans.
It's big purple Ironmans.
Ironmans. He irons our clothes.
Yes, the Ironmans. They live down the street, along with the Spoodermans and the Batmans.
But good people. Good people.
This is why hyphens are important in superhero names. Otherwise, that's why it's Spider-Man instead of Spider-Man.
Yeah. No, like my screen name that I use for games and stuff is Me-Man125, and I was playing online once.
Meeman.
I was playing online once with an American, and he goes, "Come on, Meeman." I'm like, who's Meeman? Like, oh, it's me, Meeman.
Man. It's me, man.
Man, I made that username when I was like 10 years old. I was like,
me, man, 125.
No, it was like, I thought I was being
early
funny.
day of internet.
I thought I was being funny because it was like, oh, it's a superhero name. He's not Superman. He's Me-Man. It's dumb. It's dumb.
You were a dumb child, Brett.
I was like 10.
All right, let's want to get into some trailers.
Yeah, why not?
Let's get into some trailers.
Away from
all right.
Shitting on my screen name.
Injustice 2. Now you've played the I've watched the cutscenes for Injustice 1.
Yeah, there's a big 2.5 hour movie thing that someone's edited together on YouTube. It's real good if you want to just see the story, because it's actually a really good story.
I think I've watched most of it. I got up to the part where Aquaman's invading an island with like a bunch of sea creatures or something.
Oh yeah, he's invading the capital where Superman's the giant crabs.
I keep hearing that the Injustice comic is pretty good. I want to check that out.
Yeah, the comic is like all the events leading up to the Injustice game.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's either that or like what happens after. I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to read it to find out. But I
think-
keep hearing good things because it's like its own DC continuity, so they can kill off and bring in as
Yeah,
many
it's
people
a
as
whole
they want.
different universe.
Which it gives them more freedom, which I like. I like the
Yeah.
idea of them being able to just, well, we can just do whatever we want. Who cares? It's
Mm.
the Injustice universe. So that could be interesting. That could be a good way to keep my DC fix going without having to deal with anything else. Although I
Yeah.
hear Rebirth is good, so I might check that out as well.
Yeah. So this
yeah, what do you
trailer, it's
think?
like I know the story. I've seen it, but I do not understand what this
For
trailer is
something
trying
called
to
a
tell me.
story trailer, it doesn't have a lot of story. It's got
It's very cryptic.
it's got some speeches. It speechifies a lot,
yeah.
and there's
It's
some
just,
like
it's just all quotes. It's the Batman v Superman thing. It's all moments. It's nothing.
yeah, it's like every kind of like problem I have with DC. If they were like put it into a trailer, it's like we take ourselves very seriously. We're a serious property.
Yeah, and
Everything is grey and dark and,
and
brutal.
all so
Grrr.
cryptic. It is all so cryptic.
It's like, guys, calm down. You're people who fly with capes and shoot lasers out of your eyes. Take yourselves a little less seriously. Like, take it seriously. But have just. I'm not asking for Marvel fun. I'm just asking for like a little fun. Like, because otherwise it's just ridiculous. Like, if you take something that's ridiculous too seriously, it makes it more ridiculous. If I take it a little seriously, then that makes it like, oh yeah, they're treating this property with respect.
Yeah, look, you can make like a deep, serious story out of it, but
You can use it as like a really like kind of cool allegory, but come on, man. It's Batman and Superman. But there are some cool things that we've got in the trailer. So I think Poison Ivy seems to be
Poison Ivy
confirmed.
seems to be in it.
Bane, I can't remember if he was he in the previous game?
He was.
Something like Supergirl, but she was already confirmed in like a couple of other
Yeah.
trailers.
Darkseid.
Darkseid seems to be like a pre-order character you can get.
Which I hate. I hate dumb stuff like that. Just like, you're a pre-order special.
Good thing though is usually in like Australia, like they usually just chuck that thing in anyway.
Yeah, or you just wait like 3 months for the deluxe edition where you get it all anyway.
Yeah, that's like pretty much what I did for like Arkham Knight. Just wait for the Game of the Year edition. Got everything with it anyway. So
Pretty much, yeah.
fuck paying for season passes, man. Fuck
Fuck
season
that.
passes. But Brainiac seems to be the villain
Yeah.
of this one, which is it's neat. I like Brainiac, and it's nice to have like a villain who isn't just an evil Superman. I don't mind like a hero on hero thing, but bring in some villains as actual villains.
Yeah, no,
Bring them in.
it was pretty fun in the first game having like, the good guys are bad and the bad guys are good.
Ugh, but like I've seen that a lot from
Yeah,
a lot
it
of
was
DC stuff, like Crisis on Infinite Earths, the Injustice League, the Justice Lords. Like it's been done.
Yeah, it's not a new thing. 'Cause it's a classic trope. It's a classic twist. Like, let's do a run where the bad guys are good. Give them some humanity.
But it can be interesting.
can
There's
be
some good adaptions out there. But it's like it feels like at this point it's like what's like the DC story to do? Oh, 2 different universes, evil Superman, 2 different Justice League teams, switch everyone's character up, which is okay, I guess.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It can be fun.
It can be fun.
Injustice told a good story. I enjoyed watching the cutscenes.
We'll probably get it.
Thing is, I'm probably not going to buy this game. I'm probably going to do the same thing where I watch the movie when someone edits it together on YouTube. 'cause
If it's on sale at some point, I might get it. I don't know. I'm not
I'm
the
not a big-
biggest fan of like
these 2D fighting games.
yeah. But
I'm not big on them.
they can be fun.
Everyone seems to love like Mortal Kombat and whatever. I'm like, I'm not fucking 15 anymore. I am over like everyone just loved Mortal Kombat when they were teenagers. Like, oh, there's violence, there's blood, Mortal Kombat. I'm like, why? It is just unnecessarily violent. It's
I don't know,
unnecessary.
they can be kind of fun in like a B movie kind of way.
Yeah.
Mm.
I feel like people who like Mortal Kombat are still just stuck being 15 years old and just like, oh, look at all this violence.
I don't know.
Because I think Mortal Kombat was probably the most violent game of its time.
Of its time, if you go back now, it's just cheesy. It's like, oh yeah, righto.
Just red pixels flying. Like, oh, there's bleeding.
They can be kind of creative with like the way they do their kill animations now. Like it's ridiculous, but every now and then I'll find myself watching like a compilation of like someone's finishing moves, just because like, what ridiculous thing could they do this time?
Well, see, in the new one, they introduced brutalities. Brutalities are like things that happen halfway through the fight.
Oh yeah, where
or
you,
during
like,
the fight.
break people's bones and stuff.
And then you just keep fighting with them. Like, how are you punching? He broke your arm.
Look, it's a universe where there's like dimensions and people can shoot fire out of their eyes. There's no need for realism. I don't care about realism in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I guess.
At all. All right. Speaking of brutal violence, there's a new Netflix original series coming, the Santa Clarita Diet.
It's basically kind of like we looked at the comments, and the best comment I saw that most explained it was iZombie meets Dexter meets Modern Family.
Pretty much. We've got Drew Barrymore, who I haven't seen her in a thing in a while, so that's good. Timothy Oliphant, who I was wondering what he's going to do after Justified, so cool. In a comedy.
We saw Nathan Fillion, we saw Patton Oswalt.
So there's a lot of kind of nerd favorites and comic actors in there. And it's basically like they're realtors, and then the wife, played by Drew Barrymore,
becomes a zombie,
yeah, and it seems like it's got some good jokes in there. Like, there were some jokes in the trailer that made me go, oh yeah, that's kind of funny, but it's also a lot of premise stuff that I've already seen with iZombie. Like, if it can be as interesting as iZombie is, which iZombie has no right being as good and as interesting, as well written as it is.
I still haven't watched season 2. I know I need to.
You need to. It's strangely one of like the best written shows on television. It's hard to explain. Like, it knows what it is, and it's writing like the best version of what it is. Like, I'm not saying it's like.
So I feel like the thing in iZombie that's so weird, because it looks like in iZombie she just has to eat brains. In this, she looks like she's just eating the whole body. And I have never looked at brains and thought that looks tasty as much as I have in iZombie, because she makes it into salads and she stir fries it. I'm like,
she gets creative.
It looks good.
It's the same thing with like watching Hannibal. Like, the way like Mads Mikkelsen slices up human meat is just like, maybe if Mads Mikkelsen cooked a person, I might eat it.
See, at the same time though, cannibalism is just one thing that still just really it still just gets me. There's one thing that still.
I think I'm over it in fiction. Like, watching enough of like zombie movies, I'm just like, people get eaten,
zombies
whatever.
are different. Zombies are like, I see zombies as animals. They're not humans anymore, so it's not cannibalism in my mind. Well, technically, it is.
But what if they're like the iZombie or the Santa Clarita Diet version of zombies? Well, like, they're still kind of walking around talking
see,
like.
That's where it starts to get a bit. When it's like Walking Dead type zombies, where they're literally animals, then it's like, oh, it's just they're animals. But then in these,
but as soon as it's Drew Barrymore going like, "Hey, do you want to rent a house off me? Oh, by the way, nom 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 nom, let me eat your face."
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, I'm only gonna eat bad people." Like, that's where the Dexter comes into it. Only gonna eat bad people.
Right.
But with Dexter, it's a lot more morally ambiguous, because it's like, oh, it's not I'm a zombie, I have to eat this to survive. It's I have bloodlust.
This quotation marks dark passenger inside me. It's like, I just like killing people.
Is that what he called it?
Yeah, he calls his like his dark passenger. In the books, I think it turns out it's like a demon that's possessing him.
Oh, fuck off!
But in the TV show, they never went that route. They're just like, no,
well, isn't it because like his
mother
got murdered in front of him when he was a kid?
Yeah, you know. But hey,
well, spoilers. Sorry, anyone who hasn't seen Dexter.
Spoilers for like the first 2 episodes, probably. We all see some bad shit. None of us turn into serial killers.
Or do we?
No, Brett, we don't.
You don't know what I do in my spare time.
I think I was playing Arkham Knight the other day, and it was like one of my favorite, like
Professor Pig.
Not Professor Pig. There's like a comment by like one of like the random thugs is like, "Hey, I saw my parents murdered in front of me when I was a kid. You don't see me going around punching people in a bat costume." I was like, "You're right. Bruce Wayne is just insane. You are correct, random thug on the street."
Hey, everyone deals with grief differently.
I decided to rob banks. I decided to punish criminals. Rah.
I think Batman went about it better. I'd rather be Batman than just like a normal street thug.
That's true. I would rather be a billionaire with a sweet-ass car.
And a bat suit. Crime fighter.
All right.
We haven't really talked much about this trailer, have we?
Look, it looks kind of interesting. I'll probably... If it's on Netflix, so I'm going to watch it eventually.
Yeah, because sometimes you just scrolling through Netflix like half an hour trying to decide what to watch. Then you just land on something like, fuck, I just want to watch something. My food's cold. Do you have that thing where you make food food, and like you have to be watching something while you eat it,
Yeah,
and
pretty
you will
much.
just sit there and your food will go cold while you decide.
It's usually
what to
like
watch.
I'll be playing Fallout, and then I'll make food, and then I'll switch over to like Netflix or something, and then watch something while I eat for a while, and then switch back.
Yeah, so if I'm gaming and I just stop to eat, I'll put on something like
Mm.
something that is just you can just watch one episode of and be fine, like Archer.
Yeah, Archer or Rick and Morty. It's usually my go-tos.
Yeah, because they're both on Netflix, and it's
Mm.
like it's just there. They're 20 minutes, and get back to my game. Something to watch that's always going to be good while I eat.
Yeah, something you can just do while you snatch up your food. Now, speaking of Snatch,
Terrible segue.
we have an adaptation of another film. This time, the British crime film Snatch. I think, which one is Snatch? Is that I think in my mind I'm thinking of Layer Cake, but Snatch, that's like a Guy Ritchie thing, isn't it? I think so.
This is me making a confused face, people.
Jesse would know. Jesse would know if he was here. But yeah, this is it's on Crackle, which is like some American
Snatch, Crackle, and Pop.
I think it's what Jerry Seinfeld releases his like Comedians in Cars series on.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's also some British, like a BBC or a...
Look, unpopular opinion. I've never liked
Four.
Seinfeld. Comedian or the show.
Incorrect.
Correct. Okay.
You should watch his Comedians in Cars series. He has some like good conversations of like Louis C.K. and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. But this looks interesting. Like I haven't watched like a British crime show in a while, so I'm kind of keen for this one. It looks like there's some crazy shit going on, so I'm down for it.
Yeah,
And
well,
it's got
Rupert
Grint.
Grint.
Exactly.
It's got Ronald Weasley.
I haven't seen him in a thing in
He's
years,
just been cruising off that Harry Potter money.
and he has all the right to. Like he doesn't need to like take something because he needs the money. He can just take a job of like, if it interests me, and then
Well, that's
obviously
what-
this interested
That's
him.
what Daniel Radcliffe's been doing. He's
Mm.
like, done with big time movies. I'm pretty much a billionaire.
Mm.
I'm just gonna do like these indie movies that are really
Weird indie
cool and
things.
fun for me until
And if that means he keeps doing things like Swiss Army Man, then fucking go for it.
yeah. And Emma Watson though, she's doing something big. But I
Well,
guess.
she picks the things she wants to do anyway. Like she's still doing like smaller things, but
Yeah. Well,
every now and then she'll do like a bigger
she,
thing.
she did Perks of Being a Wallflower, which I didn't mind. It was
Mm.
pretty.
She's going to
It
be
was-
Belle and I was going to say Fantastic Beast, but Beauty and the Beast.
Too many beasts.
Too many beasts.
Yeah, no. She's. I feel like a lot of people love her a lot. Like everyone celebrates her a lot. Like, oh, she's a feminist.
She's kind of like that in that she's a slightly better Jennifer Lawrence in my book. Like Jennifer Lawrence is just kind of like, look at me, I'm kooky, I'm a hot girl that eats pretzels, woo. But at least Emma
See,
Watson
I've
has
said
some
this to you
like
before.
substance to her.
I've said this to you before because you said.
Hmm.
I remember you saying like, "Oh, I'm over Jennifer Lawrence. I'm over her thing." I'm like, you know
Hmm.
what? The internet's ruined her for ourselves because that's just how she is,
Mm.
and we ruined her because we got so obsessive about how she's so kooky and individual and she's just like a normal girl. I'm like, that's just how she is. There are a lot of people like that. You're just celebrating her because she's a celebrity. Like she's just
She ate a pretzel. What a triumph! Like no, just
Exactly.
Calm
It
down.
seemed like there was a time where whenever she breathed, there was a headline, Jennifer Lawrence does this.
Mm.
Just like last year, how for a couple of months, every second time that freaking Foo Fighters, what's his name?
Oh, Dave Grohl.
Yeah, every time Dave Grohl did anything, it was the headline. You remember that?
That's like
couple
that's-
months?
Yeah, if, like everything that's in like rock news, it's always like, oh, but what does Corey Taylor think of this? And like anything that's like nerd news, but what does Kevin Smith think of this?
Yeah, it is like that, isn't it? 'Cause
There's a while where like someone becomes like the spokesperson for like any like genre or
well,
like
Corey Taylor and Kevin Smith are still like the spokespeople of that because like Corey Taylor just has an opinion on anything.
they're
can
very
ask-
opinionated
you can
people.
Say, hey,
yeah.
hey, Corey Taylor, what do you think about Doritos? And Corey Taylor goes, Doritos! Here's what I think about Doritos, you know?
In my new book, Corey Taylor, Thoughts on Doritos, out now, 19.99 at your local Best and Less.
Hey, you know Corey Taylor's books are actually they're fun.
I'm sure they're
Except-
fine, but it
except for
seems
the
like
one about the ghosts, it's kind of, yeah, no. For someone who's as atheist as you are, I don't get how you believe in ghosts, but okay.
maybe it's a thought exercise. Who knows?
Yeah, no. But no, you should listen to. Yeah, I said listen because I listened to the audiobook of "You're Making Me Hate You,"
Mm.
and like, I will say, listen to the audiobook because Corey Taylor himself reads it,
Oh yeah.
and the book is literally about things and stuff that he hates.
Mm. That could be interesting.
Corey Taylor yelling at you for
we
10 hours
also-
about PCAs.
Yeah. So any other thoughts on Snatch? Yeah, it looks
Well,
interesting. I'm probably gonna watch it
I love a
if
good
I remember.
Snatch.
To.
I'm sorry I had to.
Vaginas, yeah.
Vaginas.
All right.
Okay.
We've got one more trailer. We don't have to talk about it, Gord. It's
yeah,
Raw.
I
As in
don't
raw meat. It's a
get
film
why-
about cannibalism. I think you wanted to bring
She-
it up just because you had thoughts and opinions.
I don't get why this has to be a thing.
Look, man,
Do you
anyone
get
can
it?
make a film about anything. Look, it looks like they're trying to explore sexuality through eating people. So, like, it's a dark erotic thriller.
It's a pretty girl, and like I remember reading the.
I'm
small
assuming it's
synopsis.
European in some quality because there was no talking in the trailer. So I'm assuming it's
Yeah,
like
so
French
yeah,
or
I remember reading.
Scandinavian or something.
Yeah, I remember reading the synopsis. Apparently, she's in veterinarian school,
Oh, yeah.
hence why we saw all the animals.
Oh,
and
that
all
would
the-
explain all the horses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would
I was
explain
very
the
confused
horses.
about like, so they what?
Yeah, well,
Confused.
she's in veterinary school, and apparently it's like some hazing thing.
Where you get to have to eat a person?
I don't know. And she ends up like getting an addiction for eating human meat.
Ooh. I didn't get it. Like she was like scratching herself. Was she becoming like a zombie or something?
I
Or
don't
is
know,
she
she
getting?
was picking off. Maybe it's that she was picking off her skin to eat it.
Oh.
Remember, she was picking her skin.
Like Goldmember in that Austin Powers Goldmember. Your skin.
Oh, it's been so many years since I've seen any of the Austin Powers movies.
It's been a while.
It's been a minute, as they say now.
Mm.
Fucking hate that. Do you hate it when people say, "Oh, it's been a minute"? I'm like,
Has
no,
it? Has it been a minute?
No, it hasn't been a minute. We haven't seen each other for 3 weeks. Why are you saying it's been a minute? It has not been a minute.
Classic understatements.
It's one of those things that one of the things in common vernacular now that people are saying that I just don't like.
Is that an American thing or an Australian thing? Because
I
usually
don't know.
Australians, we do like understatements like, oh, it's a bit hot outside when it's like scorching
Yeah,
heat.
like
It's like,
40 degrees Celsius.
mm,
Celsius, in case you're in America.
mm,
Fahrenheit, where 40 degrees wouldn't be that hot.
no.
But
Oh, it sounds like a temperate, lovely day. A little bit chilly. I'm going to
But
put on a sweater.
But no, 40 degrees here. We could crack an egg on the bonnet of my car and it'll be cooked in a minute.
It's a classic way to eat outside. Classic Australian cooking techniques.
Yeah, carbonate cooking.
Mm.
Start a show called Carbonate Cooking.
All right. So add this to the list of films we're probably not going to see, but talk about the trailer anyway.
Oh yeah, I don't get why it has to be. As I said before, cannibalism is just one thing that still just really disturbs me.
Yeah. I'm fine with it in films these days. I don't know. I think I've seen enough weird shit that I'm like, whatever.
So I really want to watch Silence of the Lambs because I know it's a classic that everyone loves. But I'm like, oh, it's cannibalism. Ugh.
Should watch Hannibal. It's a good TV show.
Cannibalism still just gets me though.
It's a real good TV show though. It's real good. It's got our boy Mads Mikkelsen in it. He's so good. He's amazing. Tremendous.
Cannibalism.
And other such good words. All right, do you want to get into some recommended? Because you saw
Yeah.
a film and did
Yeah,
some things. I
yeah,
haven't done much, but
yeah.
you've done some things. What did you do?
Me and my sister went to see The Edge of 17, which it's being very critically acclaimed right now. Everyone's like, oh,
Yeah.
it's great.
That's the one with Haley Steinfeld.
I think.
She's like the main, it's like brunette actress, whatever.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
that's. I don't know. I didn't pay attention to any of the names of the
Okay.
actors. And it was basically, it's a very similar idea to Boyhood, where it's like showing
Yeah.
like the experience of
Mm.
growing up. Like it for the
So is
first.
there like a plot or is it just like life happening?
Yes, in a way, no, in a way. 'Cause
Mm.
basically, for the first 10 to 15 minutes, it talks about her life until this point.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she was a kid, she had no friends, she made one friend, and they've been best friends forever.
Mm.
That her and her mum never got along, but her and her dad were great. Then her dad died when she was 13.
Oh, yeah.
This isn't spoilers, because like the first 10 minutes, so
Mm.
get over it, people. Then-
Classic Disney tropes. Keep going.
Yeah, then it comes into when she's 17, and basically one night her mum and her brother's actually a big part of this. I think he's like the same age,
Oh, yeah.
but he's like real big buff jock, and he's drinking like kale smoothies, and her mum, who doesn't like her, loves him.
Oh, yeah.
And one night her mum's away for the weekend, so her and her friend get really drunk. Then
Mm.
brother's
do.
friends come over and they get drunk, but because
Mm.
he's like, oh, I'm on a cleanse, he doesn't drink.
All right.
Then after she's vomiting in the toilet and goes to bed, her friend fucks her brother.
Okay.
And it's just like, because that's her only friend, and it's just like,
A friend who was a lady, or
Yeah, lady.
Okay.
Lady. She's a lady.
I was like, oh, it's a progressive, big old jock.
No.
Alright,
It was a pretty blonde girl. Pretty
Okay.
blonde girl.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, her only friend fucks her brother, and it's just whole lot of her making bad decisions, basically.
Oh yeah.
It's just like that whole experience of being 17 and not knowing what you're doing, and just thinking you're doing the right thing, but doing the wrong thing.
Isn't there also an Asian dude or something in
Yeah,
the film?
there's an Asian dude. He's so adorable.
Oh yeah.
He's just basically from the first time they talk, he has a crush on her, and she just keeps saying the wrong things because she likes this other guy, and she's like, "Oh, you're adorable. You're like an adorable old man." She literally says you're an adorable old man after they go on a mini golf date. Well, that was weird. That's bad for. So
that's probably like one of the worst things a girl could say to you. You're an adorable old man.
Yeah, you're like an adorable. I see you like an adorable.
Especially at the young age of 17.
Yeah.
No.
Like she's really awkward. She doesn't know how to talk to people, and she's pursuing this guy, and this Asian guy likes her. Just, the experience of being young and dumb, and Woody Harrelson's in it. He's great.
Oh yeah,
he's a teacher who just fucking hates his life, and it kind of makes fun of that whole trope in movies where like, oh, the lame kid's friends with the teacher. Woody Harrelson fucking hates her.
That's good.
Like, basically, the opening scene, she walks into his office, she goes, I'm going to kill myself. I don't know how. Maybe I'll throw myself in front of a bus. But then she goes on like a whole spiel, like, maybe the bus doesn't kill me, maybe I have to pay off a nurse to smother me. And he just, after she tells him she's going to kill herself, he just goes, I was actually just working on my suicide notes.
Why don't you read this? Tell me what you think.
And he reads it out to her. He's like, I hate my job. I hate my life. I hate all the kids who I teach. And the lunchtime is the only one time I have any solace. But there is one particular kid who is particularly badly dressed who keeps ruining my lunchtimes for me. I hope you all have a good life. I fucking hate you all. Something like that. So he's basically like named her in his suicide note.
Neat. All right, I like a character like that. That sounds pretty good.
Woody Harrelson's the perfect one for it.
Oh, speaking of news we missed, he is going to be in the Han Solo film as Han Solo's quote-unquote mentor.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So we've got a pretty good cast. We've got some Woody Harrelson, got some Donald Glover, and
I'm really liking
guy
Woody.
whose name I can't pronounce.
Yeah, Alden Ehrenreich.
Yeah, something like that. Some German thing.
I'm really liking Woody Harrelson lately.
He's a solid character.
Like, the Age of 17. It was a pretty good film all around. It really showed that, especially if you're still young like us, it shows that experience of just being young and being dumb and making bad decisions after bad decisions.
I think I'm getting close to like that age where like I stop relating to high school characters because I feel like it's gonna be like the Spider-Man movies and then I'm out. Like
well, see, the Age of 17 I can still relate to just because I remember that time of just being young, dumb, making stupid decisions.
Because like I was watching, it was like a TV show or something where like there was like little like kids characters and like annoying the older people, and I was just sitting there going like, man, fuck these kids, what terrible children.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I think I first got that in Walking Dead where I was like, fuck these kids. Like that, what was it, like season 4 where Carl's just being a real little shit. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this kid. Fuck these kids. I'm like, oh wow, I'm an old man now. Yeah. I'm watching a show and I'm saying,
dang kids, get off my proverbial lawn.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, anything you've been playing?
I've just been playing Fallout, man. Just lots and lots of Fallout. Yeah, I just got the DLC. I did the Automatron one. It's pretty good actually. Like it's short, but you get a pretty sweet mechanist costume, which I've been rocking around in, and it's kind of cool. I've kind of changed my character from random dad wandering the wastelands to crazy science man because I've given him like grey hair and glasses.
Did you design him after yourself?
A little bit. So now he's kind of like if I'd lived in the wasteland for like 20 years and gotten like grey hair and become like a badass. That's kind of what my character is now. Yeah.
Oh, we also when you were at my place, we watched a bunch of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
We did. We watched all of season 3 pretty much.
Yeah, not pretty much. We literally did.
That was a good experience. It's still a great show.
It still holds up. And now I'm watching Legend of Korra for the first time. I'm 2 seasons deep, and like it doesn't do the Avatar: The Last Airbender thing, where it's just like 3 seasons about the same story. It's like each season's a different story, but I really like it, and it really delves deeper into the lore of this world, which is so interesting.
It's pretty good.
And I know I'm going to be heartbroken when Legend of Korra is over, because I know that's going to be it.
Yeah, that's it. Like,
no more. They're done with it.
but if you want to do like a rewatch marathon thing, like I'll definitely like jump in like season 3 or season 2, even halfway through season 2. I reckon. Whenever that first Avatar episode was, I'd watch that again in a heartbeat. That was like one of my favorites.
Yeah, well, one day I'll rewatch it, because I'm just like, I love this world.
It's a very interesting world. Like, it shouldn't be as interesting as it is, but they've
It
added
has
so
no-
much.
Nickelodeon has no right at making a show this good.
But yeah, the lore and like the depth to it all is just so fascinating.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
Yeah, well, it's a great watch.
Mm.
I'm having much fun getting through Legend of Korra for the first time now.
All right. Well, do you want to wrap it up there?
Yeah, let's wrap this up in a tiny little bow.
Okay. Yeah. So if you want to talk about anything that we've talked about with us, you can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/PCMR podcast. We're also on Twitter @PCMR podcast. Also have an Instagram @PCMR podcast. We also have our own personal Twitter accounts. I'm at Aiden's Vlog, AIDANSVLOG.
I'm at MeMan125.
We've got an email address, PCMRpodcast@gmail.com. We also have the website, PCMRpodcast.net. We also have YouTube and iTunes. You can go and subscribe and rate us and
get all these episodes for free.
Yep, so
For free.
that's everything. Any plugs? You doing anything coming up?
No.
I've
I've got
got
some songs I need to mix. Me and Jesse recorded some covers.
Oh yeah, nice. I'm doing the Raw Comedy Heat in Canberra, so fingers crossed that goes well. So if you want to come down to that,
Hopefully I'll be there. Hopefully we can make it a little road trip.
yeah, 1st of February. I'm not entirely sure where it is, but look it up. Go to the Raw Comedy Facebook page. You can find out there when it is. Yeah, that's all I got to spruik.
If you're in Canberra, go to his show. What is it, like a 5-minute set?
Yeah, it's a 5 minute set, but it's
Type 5?
yeah, type 5, man. But there's it's going to be a bunch of people there. Should be good. It's probably going to be some big-ish name as like the MC. So
Yeah.
should be interesting. Should be good. Should be a good night.
I'm hoping I don't have anything on there, so I can drive you up and we can have a good time.
All right. I'll catch you guys later.
Catch you on the flip.
Yeah. Bye.